All right, wrapping up the last day here aboard the Caribbean Princess. It was a sea day, it was a Saturday, I slept in a little bit, went, grabbed breakfast, walked around the ship, enjoyed the sunshine, and then I went to the culinary presentation, which was really cool. It was the head chef and another guy who I can't remember exactly what he did. They were hilarious. They showed you to make 3 different things, including a black forest cake, a spicy shrimp and pasta, and then like a pesto. I really enjoyed the pesto demonstration because I've always wanted to make pesto, and even though it's a really simple recipe, I'm a baby about it. What was really cool about that was the head chef is about to retire after 37 years of working for Princess. And so the captain and the head of the guest relations, like head hotel manager guy, came up and they gave him a bottle of champagne and a bouquet of flowers, and that was really sweet. And they were, joking about keeping him on board because of how much they loved him. So it's always really cool to see kind of that behind the scenes look at how people interact on stage and just how much, these crews do come to love each other and really appreciate the work that each other does. So that was hilarious. 100% recommend going to it if you get a chance. After that, I went up and had some more time outside. I read on the pool deck for a little bit, and then I watched the Battle of the Sexes bartending edition. I only watched a couple rounds of that one and then went back to reading, but then right after that there was the games. They did a set of men versus women games where they went and had to go find things from around the pool deck. That was a little weird because they had them first look for books, and then the books went back to the people they grabbed them from, and then they had them bring up cigarettes. And this poor woman, because I was up above for that one, and I watched this woman, they went back and grabbed a second cigarette from her, and she didn't really want to do it. And then after, they called a 14-year-old boy up and had him break all the cigarettes in half and gave everybody a lecture on the dangers of smoking, which I thought was a little weird. And then they had them go and find a dollar bill each. So that was 10 cigarettes that they broke. And then they had them go find a dollar bill each. And then they gave the $10 to the boy, and they're like, well, if you want your dollar bill back, you have to ask for it back from a 14-year-old boy. And I'm just like, okay, well then. So that was kind of fun. And then they did a dance number with synchronized swimming at the end, and that was predictably awful and amazing. After that, I went down. I was really disappointed. I had to choose between going and seeing The Voice of the Ocean and the technical talk, which was the last of the behind the scenes talks that they were doing on this trip. Since I've done the technical talks on other ships, I did opt to do The Voice of the Ocean, since that was something I had never done before. That was really interesting. Dorothy was, I believe her name was Dorothy, she was robbed. Yeah, she should have won. She was amazing, and I don't even know who won because they got down to it and they picked 3 dudes and they were going to go head to head, and I just had enough. I was so mad that they picked one of them over her. Her voice was the best. Ugh, it was so annoying. And then after that, I came back. We had some work stuff that popped up that had to be dealt with last minute. I did a little bit of packing. I'm a terrible packer. I'm still not packed completely. And then I just went and, had dinner. And after dinner, I sat on the terrace on one of the couches that's up there, and I read and watched the sunset, and it was absolutely beautiful. It's the perfect place with the ship heading east to watch the sun go down. And Venus and Jupiter are really bright right now, and they were out before I packed up. It got really chilly, and then I decided to come back, and I should probably do my packing. There's supposed to be line dancing in an hour, and I might go up and see if I can grab some footage of that, because that's in the Skywalker nightclub, and I haven't gotten up there yet during it being busy, and I would like to. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this incredible trip. It's been a blast. I hope you've learned something. I hope I haven't bored you. As always, please like and subscribe. It really helps us to bring you good quality content, helps us know what you're enjoying too. But the subscribe is really the thing that's going to help us the most. And, you know, if you're planning to go on a princess cruise, let me know any questions you have, especially if you're going to be on the Caribbean Princess. I've gotten to know the ship pretty well. So please drop a comment with your questions below. Happy to answer them. And then pretty soon we're going to have the ship tour out, you know, the typical top 10 things and a bit of a dining review. It's not going to be as extensive as some of our others just because there wasn't a lot of specialty dining on board, and I'm not the one to do dining reviews. my diet's too limited with my allergies. So yeah, thank you all for sticking with it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.